Heading north to the metropolis of Dodon, the party hopes to find answers in which direction to go next, while staying out of trouble with a dragonborn and a mysterious thief of a rabbit. Alright. And we are back, taking a look at the session notes. The last time, the party was all departing from the tavern after a nice long rest and hopefully the destruction of the necromantic terror that was haunting this town. The party picked up a new member, a red dragonborn, who seemed to be very trustworthy to the party.
Roll to kill.
And has so far caused less trouble than a rabbit. The party is decided to depart to the capital city of Dijon to try and find the hag who had brought them all to the tavern in the first place and figure out why they have been summoned. On the 3-day journey, they encountered a band of goblin traders who were a bit off and had a very powerful sword that the party failed to steal and just briefly avoided death. We now are on the campsite on the morning of the 3rd day, about to reach the capital city.
Yay.
During this morning hour, Haza, your nice little rabbit friend, decided to go off into the woods in search of supplies and other essentials, and said he would meet back up in the city. Is there anything you guys would like to do before breaking camp?
Hold on.
I know exactly what he's doing. Should I take a rest now?
Everyone should already have done a long rest. If you have not, then you can do so now.
Cool.
Hold on.
How do you take a long rest?
On your
In your
top right.
It's the little clothes hanger up in your character sheet.
Yeah, like a camp.
There we go. How do you do that again? Sorry, I was setting up the long rest. Will we be getting there by nightfall, or are we going to get there midday? Would be
late afternoon, just after or before dinner, depending on how fast you guys want to travel.
Well, I say we head out then. If anybody has anything to do, then we'll do that first, then head out. But I think we should start heading out early.
I agree.
Let's get to the city early.
Good.
All right, let's head on our way. If I can't move my character model.
There you go.
Nathan, free me. There we go. Bye-bye.
All right. As you guys travel, not much happens on this 3rd day. You start to notice an increase of road traffic as you approach the city. You can start to see the walls from quite a bit away. Being a capital city, it is fairly well defended. And you guys are approaching from the south, if I recall correctly.
Did everybody get their voices ready for this episode?
I forgot what it sounded like.
Alex, you got your voice?
Not really, but I'll try.
Anna, you got your voice?
Who's Anna?
All right, got it.
Perfect.
Well played.
Who's Anna? All right, got it. Perfect.
All right. Approaching the city, the sun is just starting to go down. And you are on the southern side of the city.
Lord have mercy. What am I looking at here?
It is a big city.
Holy crap!
Is this Attack on Titan? Sorry.
Yeah, Nathan, that looks oddly like Attack on Titan here.
I've never seen Attack on Titan, so I have no idea what you're talking about.
Either that or there is no war in Ba Sing Se.
There's like you literally got the 3 rings with the nobles in the middle, and it just gets more poorer the more out you go. Is that correct? Is that how the
Correct.
city is set up?
Yes,
Awfully
all I'm
cute of
assuming.
you to assume the
that's
scholar.
every medieval city ever.
True. I can't argue with that. That is true.
Who would put the poor people on the inner ring?
That is true. I didn't really think about. I kind of said it, but I understand.
It's all right. Continue.
Yo,
Continue.
I know which district I want to visit.
Which district are you thinking? I'm thinking that. Oh God.
It's Eastern Middle District.
Hellhounds district.
Yes. I
Just
think
going-
that'd be cool.
Go to the Hellhounds district. The Craig Village.
All right. So, what would you guys like to do as you are on the outskirts of the city?
Well, obviously we would move into the city and root out from there. There's so many options to choose from.
Yeah, I'm a little overwhelmed.
All right. Let's get some.
Oh no.
Do we have any idea where we can find the hag or where we're supposed to go next?
Not at the moment. So I would assume we find when we get further in.
As you approach the gates of the city, there is a set of guards who, as it is dusk and getting around nightfall, they've just swapped over the watch to prepare to close the gates for the day. And looking at your crew, decide to stop you.
Oh.
One of the guards looking. What business do you have?
We are here in search of a friend who sent us a letter.
Casually, very obviously, looking over at the Dragonborn.
Oh, great.
Your friend. Who is this friend
Hello,
that you were
friend.
looking for?
My name is Dollum. Oh,
Oh, great. We're gonna have to deal with a bunch of races now. This is our.
Who are you looking for?
I flipped through the notes that we have. What is it currently set as? Do we have a specific person in mind or a specific
The
person set up?
witch, right?
You do not have a name for her.
I don't think we were given a name.
Do we have the
No.
witch though? Is it just says the
We're
witch?
just, yeah, we're so looking for a witch, but I kind of forget anything else about her.
All right. Then
What is on our letters that we had received?
Let me go back and grab that.
And what city is this?
This is something with an H.
No, that's the name of the. So the name of the country is Onsen, and this city is Dijon. The name's in the top left
How do
corner
you
of the
spell
map.
that? Oh. Okay. Oh. Didon.
On the top left.
You were not given a name, no.
No, but we know it's a witch. Or they go
Yeah.
by witch.
Maybe.
Great. Very helpful. Did they explain any other information in that letter that we had?
No, because the exact quote was, "Meet me in the cellar of the Dancing Horse in Hanta of Onsen at midnight. The bartender's expecting you. I have the answers you seek."
Great. So we met the bartender. He said, "Yo, not here. Go north." We get north.
Yep.
Great. Very helpful. And now my phone's going off. I'm so sorry.
What's a fact?
We're professionals.
Anyways, we're here to seek somebody by the name of the witch. We were sent by the bartender of the neighboring city down south, but that's about all the information we have as of right now.
Witches. If I were you, I'd start in the Crystal Grove up north. They tend to gather there, a little distasteful, but they provide some services occasionally, so gotta keep them around, I guess.
Well, that's good to know. Any other places you recommend us seeing while we're in the city?
I mean, the city has everything. I mean, what do you want?
Well, maybe an inn. Probably a recommended 5-star inn if possible.
You think you can afford that?
Oh no, but I just like to see the architecture of these types of buildings.
Maybe one day.
Oh fuck myself, that's fine. Damn.
The guards step aside, having no reason to stop you from entering.
So we head to Crystal Grove. Take a look at all the
As you head in.
benches.
The guards do stop the Dragonborn, giving him a nice little once-over. We have
Hello,
our
friend.
eyes on you. You better not cause any trouble.
I just kind of yell.
I
From,
don't plan to, but my friend,
I just
Then they
kind of.
let you go.
thank you.
I just kind of yell as he's walking by. It's like, oh, don't worry, he can't even hurt a fly. Just keep walking.
Why
just
would
keep
I
walking,
hurt a
just keep walking,
fly?
Don't look away. Just shut the fuck up. Don't.
Just keep walking.
Just keep walking. We're not trying to start trouble
Alright.
this early on.
Do you often hurt flies, my friend?
No.
Okay.
Which way do you guys want to go to get to the Crystal Grove,
Where
bro?
is the Crystal Grove? I'm looking at the map right
All
now.
the
It's
way
way up
top-
north. I think it'd be better if we stayed in this district and worked our way around instead of traveling through the middle and high districts.
Yeah,
Sounds good to me.
I can agree with that. So I guess we just go right, go down through
Go right up.
Cobblestone Market, and then up to Crystal Grove in that case.
Alrighty.
That sounds good to me.
I'd
Yep.
like to make a little stop here at the Scholars World, but I'll catch up with you.
The what? Oh, the Scholars
All
World.
right.
Oh, we're at
The
the
first
Scholars
one.
World. Okay.
Yes. What would you like to do?
Do they have a bookshop?
Give me 1 second. Gotta turn you up. Say again.
I'd like to visit the bookshop.
Bookshop. All right. Roll an investigation check for me.
Oh dear.
Ooh,
Okay.
23.
I assume you're looking for magical books and not just any old books.
Yes.
All right. With that roll, you definitely are able to find one. Let me grab you. Where are you? There we go. And let's go right there. There we go. You're able to find a medium-sized building with 2 scrolls or 2 scroll-like pillars going up each side. As you walk in, you see many, many books. Walls floor to ceiling of books.
Mm. Hmm.
Think less about it, what roles you can do, and think more about what you want to do, and I'll tell you what the role is.
I would like to go to their hidden room full of books.
From what you can see, that it's just floor to ceiling books. There is no real hidden compartment.
There's always a hidden compartment. There's none?
Not that you can see from just standing in the entry.
Can I walk in and look for the hidden compartment?
Sure. Roll me. This can be another investigation check. As you just casually walk into the store, start going around the perimeter, kind of looking around the shelves, trying to see if there's anything behind the shelves, you just hear a little voice. What you doing? What you doing there? Behind the counter, a little gnome pops up. What you doing?
Just perusing your shelves, seeing if there's anything of interest to take back to my own shop.
The books are in front of the shelves, not behind the shelves. What are you doing?
Sorry, I'm not from around here. A little lost.
You don't know how shelves work?
We don't have shelves where I'm from.
Where do you put your books?
You should visit. I'll show you.
Where are you from?
That's a lot of questions. Do you have any magical books?
Well, you're the most poking around my shop. I should be asking the questions. Just got magical books.
Anything for sale?
Most of the books here are for sale. What you looking for?
Any books that are not for sale?
Well, those books aren't for sale.
This is the loop.
I mean, I got this book. It tells me who bought what. That's not for sale.
A book to tell you who bought what? No, love.
I
That's
gotta pay my taxes. Do you not know what taxes are either?
Oh, great.
Never
There's
heard of it.
taxation without representation
So,
in this world, too.
Do you have any old books?
Old books I got? One or two. Let me see what I got. You see him go through a little back door. Hear some rummaging around. Wait, and then he comes out with 3 books. One appears to be falling apart. The other 2 are just regular old books. Puts them on the table. These are some old books. This one. This one's really old. This is the history of rocks. Rocks are really old, so the book's gotta be old too. You know how it is.
Yes, quite right.
The other 2 is a book about architectural design, and the third book is how to cook a frog.
I'll take the architectural design book.
Take the frog one.
You said books that aren't for sale. Looking at the book, he's almost like, why is this not for sale? What you want to buy it for?
What you selling it for?
It is an old book. 30 silver.
30 silver.
What's the
How do I check
conversion?
my money?
Double click on your character. There should be a option somewhere in your. Oh,
I don't have any silver.
click on the inventory on the right side. That'll show that.
10 silver is 1 gold.
10 silver is 1 gold. I have 25 gold.
I have 28 gold.
I have some gold.
That means
How much silver was it?
30 silver.
It's a 10 ratio.
it would be 3 gold.
Yep.
Thank you, friend. I'll have to revisit your shop when I'm back in town.
All right, if you say so. See you again later. As you leave, you take note that the store is called Tomes and Gnomes.
Oh my god. Tomes and fucking gnomes. Oh, you all waited. You didn't have to do that.
Well, we might as well stick together as a group just in case this town is foreign to all of us.
Yeah, safer that way.
Right.
Onwards.
Yes.
As you slowly make your way around the city, you notice that it does appear to indeed have everything. There's multiple smithies, multiple tanners, market stalls around almost every corner.
Ooh.
As you're going through, it seems like, well, the relative countryside you've been through is poor and very suburban. This is definitely a collection of almost, if not all, of the country's wealth.
I'll race you to Crystal Grove, buddy.
As you make your way towards the Crystal Grove and the Grim Market, the buildings do seem to be a bit more dilapidated, just more run down and not well taken care of. Even for an outer ring part of the village or part of the city, this part seems pretty poor.
Hold on one second. We're getting everyone up here. All right, there we go. We're at Crystal. All right. So I guess we look around to try to find, I guess, any information that could possibly lead us, or anybody that seems to look like a witch around us. I don't.
It was interesting because the guard didn't seem phased when we were looking for a witch, so they must be more commonly accepted than one would expect. So maybe we should just find a tavern and ask.
Well, you say that, but the way looking at things, even though most people hate dragons, it seems like most dragons are still around here due to their connection with the train.
Dragonborn,
So,
we are still people,
well, of course.
although misliked by many.
Well, of course, but I'm saying, they're still around. The tavern probably is the best place to go look at, unless we do see, I guess, a witch's hut.
Unfortunately, no, you do not see any witch's hut or houses carved from trees.
Damn.
As fun as that would be.
Damn. Let's just somehow get that put up into the thing. I wonder which
I
place
thought-
we're supposed to go into is a huge, like, witch's hut.
So there's no walking houses on giant bird legs.
Nope, unfortunately.
Dang.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Should have made you roll for it, unfortunately.
God,
Anyway,
that would have been funny. I'm disappointed
What a-
now. I'm just... Well, in that case, we roll to look around, or what do we do in that case?
are you trying to find a witch's hut or a tavern?
I guess a tavern, which I don't think we even rolled for. We just walk around until we find
No,
one.
you most certainly do not.
So we just...
Walking through, finding a tavern is quite easy. In fact, you've already passed half a dozen on your way around the ring. But specifically in the Crystal Grove, there is one wooden structure. Let's put it in... Where's Sky? Right where Sky is. Right there, we'll call it.
Oh wait, I didn't.
That's-
I was holding on to my character. I wasn't expecting you to move my character.
Right there.
All right.
Uh,
I'm the only one walking
it is
in.
a fully wooden structure with a few rotting beams here or there, but overall seems to be in usable condition.
Hmm.
You walk in and the taverns appear, or the tables, not taverns, the tables are mostly empty. Most of them have one, two patrons at most, and even then, a quarter of the tables have people at all.
All right. Do we have a map for this, or are we just going based upon sound?
No, we're just going based upon this.
So we based upon sound.
Yep.
All right. Well, in that case, is there a way that we could, what is it? Roll to see if anybody is looking at us in some kind of way that they know who we are. Is that a thing?
As you walk in, people do glance at you as a one, large party such as yourself, and two, a very well mixed party is uncommon, but no one appears to pay you any special attention. Everyone's trying to keep to themselves.
All right. Walk up to the bar. I guess wave down the bartender.
One thing to keep as an aside, most of the time your characters still can see what you would expect a normal person to be able to see. You don't have to necessarily roll for everything. That's why it's easier if you just tell me what you want to do, and we'll go where it goes from there.
All right, cool. So I just wave down the bartender.
Yep.
Excuse me, sir.
You notice the bartender is not big, but huge. For such a small building to have such a large person tending the bar, you'd have to imagine must be half Goliath or something to have to hunch over all the time.
You know what?
Walks over.
You know what? Honestly, I'm really glad we don't have the rabbit for this one. If Ducky tries to pickpocket that thing, we're gonna die. I continue what we're saying.
Bartender walks over like, "May I help you?"
You know, I didn't think I'd get this far.
We're looking for Tiny Tim. Do you happen to know him?
For what?
Who?
Who?
Guess not.
Wait, who'd you say?
Tiny
Tiny Tim?
Tim. Mm-hmm.
From the Christmas Story?
No, he's the friend we're looking for.
It's because this gentleman was such a large individual. I was wondering if perhaps his name was Tiny.
Oh, that'd be funny.
Why would they call me tiny? I'm big.
Can we not piss off the big guy?
Yes, you are, buddy.
Sort.
We're in the neck of the woods looking for a witch.
Mmm. Which flavor?
Don't
What do you
know.
have?
I mean, I don't have any witches, but there are a few around. What type of specialty you looking for? You looking for enchantments? You looking for potions? You looking for bone seeing?
Here's the thing. In this case, we don't know who we're looking for. We were just sent a letter and then gone from there. By chance, do you meet with a lot of witches in this bar? Tavern was.
A few.
By chance, and I kind of like slide the paper over to him a little bit.
Wait. Let me guess.
Oh.
Was a loved one turned into a frog?
It concerns me that is your first guess, and I really want to ask how often that happens. But
Okay. Did your carpet start to fly and strangle you?
no.
Wouldn't be
No.
the first
Okay.
time, but no.
Are you trying to combat a bloodline curse?
Hopefully not. But
Hopefully
no,
not.
not in this case.
Okay. Thinking for a second.
You know, Tim, it's
I
extremely
got- I
concerning.
got it. You had someone come back from the dead to haunt you. That's got to be it.
Well, the rabbit haunts me in my dreams, but that's not the case.
I mean, I have that sometimes.
Well, if it's not an undead problem, and it's not an enchantment, are you sure you're looking for a witch?
Positive in this case. I would like to know, unless there's someone by the name of Witch, but that just goes by
No.
a name.
Which witch died a while ago?
Fuck my life, man. I kind of like pushed over the paper a bit that we got. I was like, by chance, do you know any witch with this kind of handwriting?
Promises. I see. What did I not guess? Anyway. Yeah, just go. Give me a second. pulls out a small little leaflet, using one finger, just slowly flip through. Okay, here we go. You are looking for Eva. That's what you're looking for. She has a small place. If you go outside, probably have to wait till morning because she's probably off now. Go to the edge of the city. Come back this way for about 4 houses. Take a right. Go about 3 blocks down. Should find her there. Look for the purple sign.
Is that where all this is right here? Is that what you want?
Yes, actually.
Boom, got it. Right above the S of crystal. Yeah, there we go. Stream 3's got it. All right, perfect. Thank you. And you said wait till morning in this case. Do you have an inn that you recommend?
I got some rooms here.
How much?
But quick question.
Oh no.
What were you promised?
Information, pretty much, as of right now.
Always so generic. Never a fun story, these ones. Alright.
That seems like you're
Well,
just roasting yourself, Nathan.
I have some rooms if you're looking to stay the evening.
And what will those prices be?
Let's see. How many rooms you looking for? One for all of you, one for the men, one for the ladies.
4 rooms, 1 for each.
Four
Wow,
rooms?
Wow, you don't want to cuddle? Damn. 4 rooms.
Alright, I should be able to get that for you. That would be 2 silver per room per night.
So you're doing one night.
Never mind, make it 1 room.
And I can sleep on the bed, we'll all sleep on the floor.
Who's that?
No, I'm kidding. 4 rooms.
Oh, we can do 2
4
rooms.
rooms.
Hear me out. 2 rooms. We take turns on the bed. Anna gets her own. We'll take turns on the bed, and then we pay less.
I mean, sure. I don't think that'll really affect anything too major. So, yeah, sounds good to me.
All right, 2 rooms it is.
2 rooms. Alright. And how many nights will that be?
1 night for now.
1 night. Alright. 4 silver, please.
That is. Does anyone have silver, or is it just? Do we all just have?
I only have gold. But
You
I
just
think
gotta convert in your own character sheet.
Fuck.
Yeah,
All right.
I just converted some.
So I said 10 silver or 10 silver was 1 gold.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Wait, Alex already paid for it.
I converted
did
to
his own.
silver. I don't know how to pay. I guess I just take
Just
it out.
delete.
Yeah.
Okay. Well then
Yeah,
Alex is paying
just
for the
delete it.
rooms for the looks of it. Okay.
So 4 silver total.
Yes.
Cool. All right.
Or
You guys probably are carrying some silver on you and probably not just all gold. So if you want to just convert some over, whatever, up to you.
Nah, I got dough.
How do we do the convert? Because I clicked convert and then I accidentally made everything the top tier one.
Just a convert.
I have
button.
2 platinum now.
Oh, I didn't do the convert thing. I just removed 1 gold and turned it into 10 silver.
Doing it manually is probably the easiest way, yeah.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
it's pretty simple.
I love
Even
when
you
things are just a nice, simple 10 multiple.
Yeah. Electrum should not be a thing.
Yeah.
In this campaign, it does not.
And most it's not.
Because it's dumb.
It is.
So then I'll pay 2 silver for my room.
Alright. And as you hand over the silver, he hands you 2 sets of keys and says, go up the stairs. It's the last 2 on the left.
Sounds good. Thank you, sir.
Going upstairs, you find no problem finding the rooms down the one and only hallway. To the left, see 2 rooms where your keys open and unlock the rooms.
Oh,
Inside, it's a simple 2-bed. Each room has 2 beds. Beside each bed is a little table and got a little oil lamp on the far side.
so Anna just gets 2 beds to herself.
That's how you want to split it up, yeah?
What a society we live in. All right.
None of you dolls asked to share, so I'll be taking my room.
Oh, aren't you cool? All right. So in that case, we sleep till morning, or rest till
All right.
morning.
Anyone like to do anything before bed or rest till morning?
I think rest till morning.
All right. As you guys have your rest, the men rotating through the beds, you still manage to sleep quite well. A little bit sore as it is a very stiff mattress, but nonetheless, a full night's sleep. As you go downstairs, the same bartender from last night is serving breakfast to a few patrons and whistling around as well as a big person can. As you come down, bartender looks at you like, "Good morning. Interest you in some breakfast?"
Sure. What do you have?
I got eggs, I got beef, I got chicken, I got duck. What you looking for?
I'll take some eggs and chicken.
Eggs and chicken. All right. Any for any of you else?
I'll just take a coffee, please.
Coffee.
Hmm.
Big money over here with coffee.
What you mean?
I'll take a tea. And maybe some
Tea?
biscuits.
Tea
Yeah.
biscuit. All right. Then the Goliath turns around, or not the Goliath, the large bartender turns around, shuts the door to the kitchen. I assume you all sit down to wait.
Yeah, I was honestly
Yeah.
expecting her to make a comment about the dragon, but I guess not. Okay. So great.
Not everyone hates us.
Well, that's good.
As you wait a few minutes, bartender brings out your food, places it. All right, there you go. Good luck with your witch. And then walks back to the bar to continue serving other patrons and getting more food ready.
Wait, so we just not pay the guy?
Don't question it, just eat.
All right. Yep.
Yep.
Sounds good to me. So after food,
Is it time to go visit our little witch friend?
I believe so.
does anyone remember the directions?
Does anybody
do.
remember where the rabbit is?
It's that direction.
I think we should already.
He said he'd meet us at some point in the city. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
Right. You ready to
All
depart?
right.
And on the long march we go.
All right. As
think
you
it's time
guys
to march.
leave to the directions you were given earlier. Let's see if you remember them. Yay! All right. As you walk down the streets following instructions you were given, you do indeed find a small little shop with purple writing called Eva's Promises.
Eva's Promises. Oh, lovely.
As you walk in, you do indeed see a purple tiefling behind the counter.
A tiefling?
Yes, a tiefling.
What is a tiefling?
Let's see. Tieflings are from the abyss. They are humanoids who have some demonic features like horns, tails, and stuff like that.
Ah, okay, yeah, I just took a photo. Okay. So wait, he was not even a witch? It was.
She could be a witch.
Oh, okay. Just kind of we walk in and walk up to the counter. I think you've been
Mhm.
expecting us.
Oh no, I was dreading this. Female voices. All right.
You got this. You got this. You got this.
Oh, no, I don't, but at least this part gets cut out. All right. As you walk
Or does
over,
it?
she look. Hello. I have not been expecting you.
All right, cool. We leave. No, I'm kidding.
All right, cool. That was awesome. We burned down the building so they don't know we're here.
Let's just go on a rampage. Let's just.
Well, you're not the one who sent us letters.
I have sent many letters. Looking very slowly up and down all of you. Not to you, though. May
Well,
I see the letter?
I just kind of pass over my letter again.
Does anyone here speak Abyssal?
Oh fuck, no.
Speak
No.
what?
Abyss.
Abyssal.
Abyssal.
Abyssal, not
Abyssal?
infernal? Interesting.
Yep.
I speak Abyssal.
Ah, wonderful. Under your breath, you just hear him muttering a stream of curses like, again, really? Why does this always happen? Can't she just stay out of trouble? And then, looking back up at you, I see you have run into my sister.
Great.
What trouble did she cause this time?
There were some undead involved.
Not surprised. Was it anyone you used to know?
Somebody then.
No,
No.
I don't believe it was anyone we knew.
Well, that makes things easier. She is a troublemaker. She's gotten herself involved with, let's just say, some unfortunate people. Where, looking at the letter, not too far. Moving south. Was she okay?
Well, we have not met her yet, if that's what you're asking.
You did, actually.
Oh shit.
Okay. Yeah, I thought so.
You met her.
I
Lore.
can't remember too much, but yeah, back.
I don't know if you guys can see the scene,
Nathan's
but yes,
doing
you
a
met her.
flashback.
Yeah. The flashback. Yeah. I think we I think I don't really particularly remember this part actually happening. I just remember Nathan mentioning it. But yeah, we were there and she like appeared. I forget exactly what happened, but then she disappeared right as the zombies showed up or something.
Yeah, she was in the
So you
storeroom.
don't
She
know
talked
her.
to you
Okay.
guys, kept telling you to wait,
To
and
wait.
that all your questions would be answered shortly. And then the zombies attacked. She disappeared.
Perfect. Great flashback moment.
Yep, great flashback. And we go back to where we are normally. Dang, that was a sick transition, Nathan. Wow.
Looking at you, she
Ex-
says, "Is my sister okay?"
No.
Last we saw her, yeah, she seemed fine.
Excuse me, friend, but I don't believe we caught your sister's name. What was it?
She goes by many names, but Her birth name is Cassia. Though I doubt anyone has called her that for many years.
You know where we can find Cassia? Because the last we saw of her, she vanished before the zombies attacked.
Well, last I heard, she was much farther north. It now appears, given where she was, she's going south.
So
Hmm.
basically, what you're referring to is that we just travel north just to then travel back down south.
Maybe.
Do we have any locations she likes to frequent?
She has been a lot of places. Why? Well, the letters, obviously. This is not good.
Do you know a way for us
Was
to
she
contact her?
with anyone?
No.
That we know of, no.
She left behind one thing. I don't know if any of you have seen this before. One moment. She disappears behind the counter for a few minutes. While she is doing that, as you look around the shop, you do notice a lot of just general supplies. It seems like, although she may be a witch of so-called promise, it also seems like she does sell general medicinal herbs and whatnot, if any of you would like to peruse the
Ooh.
shelves.
I peruse this shelf looking for, by chance, maybe some stuff that could create health potions. I can't do the create health potions, but look for health potions of some kind. Would be lovely for our situation.
All right.
I'd like to maybe look around, see if there's any other clue to where her sister might actually be.
Anyway, as she comes back, the tiefling, she has in her hands a small wrapped package. Puts it on the table, slowly unfolds it. Have any of you seen this before? And inside is a small dagger. The dagger
I
is.
believe I've seen it.
Here we go. Yeah. And the hilt of the dagger has a small rose shape on the bottom of it, and then some carvings on the blade.
Ooh, could you take a closer look at the carvings?
All right. As you look at the runes, make an Arcana check.
Make a what?
Arcana check.
Who is the highest Arcana?
It's intelligence.
I have it 15 plus 5, I guess.
I can't.
That'd be a +2.
Arcana. Arcana. I have a 12 plus 2. So yeah, no. So I guess Anna rolls for it, unless anybody else has any kind of a higher one.
Should be Anna.
Yeah, I don't think it's me.
I don't know who this person is you keep referring to, but my name is Isabel. And I
Oh
will
my
roll.
God.
There's no god here.
Damn.
That's not true. The Platinum Dragon watches over us all.
24.
Arcana 24. All right, you do see the runes, and they are magical. But the thing that you do notice, there they go. Too many tabs. Here we go. The runes are specifically an engraving of fire. However, with that roll, what you notice is actually the runes are not done correctly. The runes actually take a very odd shape. Instead of up and down in the arcane language, it seems like these runes were forced into the dagger in a very unstable manner. In the kind of talon-like curve of a bird's claw.
Interesting. So I guess looking over at the bartender, we have not seen this before. Do you know anything about it?
Look over at the bartender.
Not the bartender, the lady behind the counter.
Eva.
Eva.
I have not. It's something she left behind, and I was hoping it would explain where she went.
Can I roll a history check to see if I know if my character recognizes it?
Yes, you can.
Okay,
All right, here we go. Here's the one.
probably. I forgot how to roll. 1 sec. Oh, I have a negative. It's fine.
All right. Let's see. To make this easier, let's just do a little.
Awesome. So yeah, I take a look at the dagger, notice the engraving, and I say, yes, I have seen this before. This is a dagger of the Fire Claws, I believe, or at least close to it. I've seen something like this.
What are
They
fire
are
claws?
they are a underground organization, I think. Yes, a magical organization that I've had some tangles with in the past. I thought they were dead.
Eva kind of looking at you. I have not heard this name before. Where are they from?
Hey, ODM, where are they from?
I
I forgot.
You know this answer. They are. Let me pull up the world map
If
again.
you don't, yeah, I need my I did a backup like on my PC. I think I don't think I fully lost the file, but it's I haven't read it in so long, so
All right.
Right. Nailed it.
You
yeah.
ran into them in Idigate.
Idigate, yeah. Okay. Yes. They are from Idigate, last I checked, or they were.
Maybe that's where she's going. This rose symbol, is that from them?
No, I don't recognize the road symbol.
This is a problem. Have any of you heard of the Black Rose?
No.
Yeah, just like Alex, I have to like think back to my lore just to make sure I've ever heard of anything. Like, I haven't read it in a minute.
They are a group who got more concerned with the dead than the living. I had feared she had joined them. These fire claws complicate matters.
They surely do.
It would not be unlike the rose to revive something that once was dead.
I see where this is
This
going.
is concerning.
Well, I might have an idea at least now, where she's at, or where she was headed.
Why would they
The
care about this group of bandits, though?
I may have explained it poorly. They weren't bandits. They were very deep, secret underground organization of mages, I believe, and
Oh.
they were quite powerful.
They have to do with us. I mean, maybe you can understand if you know what they're from,
Yeah.
but we've never heard of them before.
And why would your sister want us involved?
Wait, what?
she
Oh, I thought you were saying that to Alex. I was-
Yes, same.
I thought you were saying that
I know about your secret sister.
to-
there is no Alex, there is no sister. Back in game. She is a good kid. Just ambitious. This might be a cry for help. Or maybe that's just wishful thinking. Trailing off into what you can almost guess would be a memory of fonder times.
Well, nothing good could come with sticking our nose in such a organization.
Well, from the sounds
Well,
of it, Kieran's already in. Or Kira already had. Kira, motherfucker.
Kira.
Aaron.
Well, from the sounds of it, Kieran already has establishments in some kind of ideal of that organization, or some knowledge at least.
I do. It's
Eva saying, would not be too quick to dismiss her. There is a very good chance she does have some answers for you.
Well, that comes then to the issue of where do we find her?
I think Etigate is a start.
If the Black Rose is indeed involved, follow the bodies. They always leave undead in their wake.
Well,
And Eva, where did you find this dagger?
In our childhood home, it was burned down. This was one of the only remnants. It not magical, but maybe at one point it was.
It's a fire clause, all right.
And your home was recently burnt down and found this?
No, this was 5 years ago. I haven't seen my sister since.
well, if you say find the bodies and follow those bodies, what do you mean by that? Have there been zombie issues in this area as well, or has it only been down south?
The Black Rose comes and goes. They pop up. There's an outbreak of disease, sometimes zombies, sometimes skeletons. People still think it's a old wives' tale that every few years when something bad happens, just blame the Black Rose. But they're around somewhere, doing something. The last guess of what they've been doing was... When was that? No, that wasn't it. There was a famine a year ago. That was rough, but it could have just been a bad season.
Did you know where they came from?
Where they came from, nobody knows. They just have been around as old as time. That's why no one believes them.
So basically, if I'm hearing you correctly, you want us to find bodies, to find the Black Rose, but nobody's seen the Black Rose before, so nobody thinks that they exist.
Well, you mentioned encountering some undead when you ran into my sister.
We did.
Seems like you're already on the trail. Can you... What caused these undead?
An
From the
orb.
sounds of our, from what we remember, the undead was caused by an orb we found in a cave. Once that orb was destroyed, they disintegrated, basically.
Did you find anything else?
Oh God, did we? I don't know. Fuck.
I don't believe so. I don't believe
A
we found
wheel
anything
and
else.
cheese and some
We
earrings.
do have a lot of cheese.
Yeah, lots of cheese.
You mean to tell me that the Black Rose was responsible for all of those zombies we were encountering?
Somebody had to.
All the cheese.
One of you looking through their bags may or may not remember grabbing a book.
Oh, Anna probably has that.
I do have a book.
Anyway,
I seem to recall grabbing a book.
in fact, there were two books. One which had some spells that you haven't investigated, and one that had a symbol for the school of necromancy that disappeared when the orb was smashed.
Great. Well, as long as it wasn't the rabbit that has it, I think we'll be fine. Isabel, do you have the book with you?
It's always with me. It's in my pack. I'll pull it out to show the group.
Which one are you pulling out? The old spell book or the book that had the writing disappear?
I'll pull out both.
All right. Pulling out both books, Eva looks at them. Looking at you. Looks at the first book, the old spell book. This, I don't think will be of much use to you. You don't seem like someone who learns their spells in this manner. Am I wrong?
Well, a good book never hurt. That would be a lie.
Fair enough. This one, though, pointing to the book that you saw have the writing erased right in front of you. waves her hand over and mutters a incantation. The runes reappear. Taking it and flipping through. Horse. This is her journal. The disappearing trick. This will tell us where she's going.
Hmm.
As she takes a second to read, I assume you guys are trying to look at the book. It is also written in Abyssal. She's flipping a little too fast for you to read, especially given the angle. But upon getting to the end of the journal, looking at Kieran, sorry,
Mhm.
you might have been on to something. She is heading to Hitigate. But they first are making stops. You might be able to catch her. It says they are heading into the old tunnel system. I don't know why, but I would suggest going there.
Henegate?
No, the old tunnel system is, if you're looking at the world map, there's a tunnel or cave looking icon and the meeting of Lunaport, Olsen, and Adabart.
Okay. And they're going to where, you said? Or just the
That
tunnel?
that is where they are headed. And then it does not say.
Well, that at
Well-
least gives us a start.
Yeah, I believe we have our heading for now, at least.
Looking to you, Isabel says, "Do you mind if I keep my sister's journal?"
Well, I think that's a question for Isabel, if anything.
Yes, that's who she directed it to.
Yeah,
That's why she turned to Isabel.
I didn't hear that first part. Sorry.
I heard Isabel says, but I knew what you meant.
Of course, I'd be willing to return your sister's journal to you as a favor.
Thank you very much. If you see her, please tell her to come home.
Nope. No, no. We will. We will. We will.
If we see her alive.
Damn.
I'm more afraid if you see her unalive.
Oh.
Precisely.
All right.
Well, okay then.
I guess we shall head out for now and head to the tunnel.
Yeah.
As you guys leave, she slowly goes from the counter to the door, flipping a little closed to open sign while clutching the journal, and slowly walks to the back.
Great. So we just traumatized her sister, basically.
Oh, absolutely.
Hey, by the way. Just a heads up.
All right.
All right. And on to the
All
tunnel
right.
we go.
Yep.
And now would be a great time for us to take a little break.
That's what I was going to ask. All right. We are back to
Smashed.
live.
Alright, as you leave the witch's hut, we'll call it, uh, more like just a generic shop, what would you like to do in the city with your newfound information?
Rob everybody. I'm joking.
Burn it down. No.
Huggy, is that you?
I mean, personally, I think we probably good to just go. But
It's morning, so unless we have something else we want to do, yeah.
Might as well just keep
Yeah.
steaming onwards. Especially now that we know that the one girl who's looking for us is may or may not be dead.
Does anyone think we should wait for the rabbit?
no, we
Damn.
move on.
Damn.
We'll figure. I'm sure the rabbit will find a way to find us again later.
Why don't we leave a note at the bar that we stayed the night at?
That's a
with
good idea.
instructions on where we're
Yeah.
going.
Or leave a note with the guards.
Something tells me the guards won't do that for us, but we could try both.
Just don't have the dragon do it. Sorry, just being real.
I think he has a name, but right.
Yeah, I know.
Wonderful. I will go back to the bar that we spent the night at and leave a note for our little furry friend.
All right. As you go back, you see, because it is still morning, the same bartender. Look at you. Did you solve your witch problem?
Something like that.
Hmm.
Thank you for the intel you shared with us earlier.
You're welcome. You'd be surprised how many people come through here looking for that type of service.
I'm sure I would. Speaking of people coming in here looking for those types of services, we had another companion on our travels who may or may not be lost somewhere now in this very city, looking for the exact same information that we are. He carries the same letter, looking for the same witch. If he happens to come by your bar, might I leave a note with you to pass on to him?
You're looking for a fortune teller. No, a seeking witch.
I'm looking to leave a note.
Oh, no. Okay, yeah. I can do that. I can do that.
Perfect.
What does he look like?
3'5", furry rabbit.
Oh, I haven't seen one of them in a while.
Right.
Back in the day, we used to hunt them for food.
Well, he's off limits.
Yeah, the government said no to that many decades ago.
Right.
Was it decades? Yeah, it was long enough ago that... Yeah, no. Anyway, I'll make sure to give him the note.
Perfect. I pass him a note.
Right, and I assume you go back to the party to meet up with everyone outside the shop?
Yes. I'll tell him to take care and then go back to the party.
Gives it to the
Alright.
wrong rabbit. Some random rabbit we don't know just shows up.
I said he would have the same letter as me, as us.
Yeah, you did.
All right.
It should get to the right rabbit.
Well,
I probably should have told the bartender that his name was Haza, but you know. fine.
He'll figure it out. If he doesn't show, we won't worry about it too much. All right. Well, let's head on our way down to the tunnels.
Yep.